This is a book review of Mods, The New Religion. This is by Paul Smiler Anderson. Came out in 2013 and it's from Omnibus Press. And there's a considerable number of pages, 300 odd pages, predominantly in black and white, because obviously it's mainly the 60s, the mods, and some colour, of course. There is some colour. Turn around saying there's black and white, there is colour, showing pictures of album covers, singles, etc., and adverts. And this whole book is just full of amazing old pictures from the 60s, etc. So you've got fashions, the brief history of modern British fashions. You've got dressing fine, obviously 1950, late 50s. You've got great shots of lots of streets in London or elsewhere, magazines. Guy collected a huge, obviously he's got a vast collection of every bits of cars, invoices, mod shirts, all the styles of the time. And of course, you can't capture everything. I mean, this is a snapshot of certain people, certain times, certain places like Reading, obviously London, and so on and so on. But you can't get everything. But this is an amazing attempt. Covers a vast way. John Stephen of London, his clothes, Bognor Regis, the Shoreline Club. You just got Portsmouth mods. Just photo after photo of all these great people just being at that time, just loving the music, loving the fashion, loving life. And just a lot of people, I think, look back and think, wow, that must have been an amazing time. I'm saying rose-tinted glasses, always a thing, but I think the music of the 60s and 70s, that period, just was the best. I love all music. So I love modern music as well, but I still have to say my favourites are still the 60s music. You got Sue Records, got a brilliant couple of albums of that music. Sue Records, superb. You got Ike and Tina Turner, Mockingbird, etc. Mods, the Platters, the music. Got Sue's Story, the blues. I've got the blues, and you just got page after page of these lovely sort of ads for the concerts, and you look at them and you think, well, blimey, 4 shillings, 5 shillings. And sometimes some of the bands are on, the Rolling Stones, 4 shillings. That wouldn't happen now. The Five Faces of Manfred Mann. You've got loads and loads, like Come On, I Want to Be Loved, the Rolling Stones' first single. Just brilliant. What was it, the first single? Yeah. I'm quite certain it was. Decca Records, Redbird, got a load of those, Tamla, Motown, Prince Buster, and you just got poster after poster. This book is just full of love. And then you go into scooters, just all the various scooters, Lambrettas, wonderful. Also riots and rockers. So you've got the usual, and they are. I think every book of mods always has to have definitely has to have the Margate, etc. Seaside, Battle of Hastings. You got like the papers. That's great as well. Again, lots and lots of photos of the time. I love just looking at these photos. You think, wow, look at all those bikes and all the people on the beaches. Ready, Steady, Go. Brilliant show. So sad they got rid of so many of those, but of course makes the ones that remain even more special. Purple Pill Eater, so you've obviously got but you just got these Flamingo and the All Nighters Club and some of the listings, some of the bands and things, just brilliant. And this book is just full of solid, it's just wow in terms of everything. The Twisted Wheel, the Rickety Tick Club in Guildford. I live near Guildford, should have gone to it, I'm certain. The Rickety Tick. And like T-Bones, The Action, just Alan Price set, The Vagabonds, John Mayall. God, the amount of, you spend all your time. I don't know how anyone actually got anything done. They were just going to clubs all the time. Obviously, they had busy lives. King Mojo Club. That must have been something as well. I mean, Bill Haley, I love that. King Mojo Festival. You got Bill Haley in the comments. Wow. And again, page after page after page of just these like the tiles. Again, whole heaps of them. The bands, the Moody Blues, the Yardbirds, the Move, Jimmy James, Crispin St. Peters. Then you got also got listings of the songs. So you've got all these great songs. So again, more things to go and explore. If you think, oh, I must go and find out about that record. And then about the music, Detroit Matters. Not Detroit Driving. The Action, Chiffons. And this just is brilliant. Wardour Street, 60s. Lots of pictures of bands, small faces. And then, of course, it's changing. You can see the change. You can see in the art style. You look at this and you've got, obviously, the International Times. You've got the 14-hour Technicolor Dream as it goes into sort of the psychedelic 1960s, 67. But it was changing, I'm certain. Probably people who were into that would have seen the change. 1966, starting to change. Country Joe and the Fish. Very odd. But just some great pics. Those, and of course, Small Faces, and then into a little bit at the end, not very much, but of Quadrophenia, the film, and the mods, obviously, of the late 70s. So this is brilliant, yet another brilliant volume that's added to the mods, the new religion. There are many other mod books, but this is a pretty decent one, I think. Really, really good.